Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's upload and today's video on the channel. It is the running of the Log Cabin 200 at the UPS Speedway. 12 races to go in the season, so we're getting down to the wire here and trying to get Ron Hornaday Jr. a championship. And he's 405 points out at first. It's not looking very good for him. But we're going to try to go on a tear in the second half of the season, and we'll see if he can end up playing catch-up and potentially win. He's going to be starting a little bit behind today. He qualified 5th, good. But the problem is that the points leader, Ricky Craven, is on the pole. And Ricky Craven will lead the field to the green, likely giving him a shot to get some bonus points in the early going for leading a lap or so. Like and subscribe for more daily NASCAR content as we get into the rest of this race. And it'll be Ricky Craven leading the field to the green at the UPS Raceway, and we are underway to kickstart things today. Craven already going to be clear off the exit of turn 2. Couple of the Kevin Harvick Incorporated trucks right in line behind him. A little contact with Hornaday in turns 3 and 4, trying to make sure he was going to clear the truck on the outside, and Chad Chafin got into the 120 truck of Hamilton, which stacked up both trucks right in front of Hornaday, and Hornaday had no chance but to make contact with Chafin, and he accidentally got around him, I guess, with a bump and run also. I did tighten the truck up just a little bit from qualifying because it felt a little too free. So Hornaday's trying to figure out the truck on the fly right now with this handling. And Chad Chafin going to overdrive the corner now. The 18, he's going to go wide. It'll be 3 wide on the outside of turn 2. And he is going to lose a lot of position. So Chafin, despite qualifying 4th, is falling way towards the back. I think he's already outside the top 10. Probably going to be just a 1 pit stop race today, I'd have to imagine. And right now, Hornaday is really struggling with this race truck. He feels almost a little bit too tight. He's hoping he's going to loosen up over the course of the long run as air pressure starts to build. But for right now, he's just trying not to lose any positions, and the top 3 are definitely pulling away from him. Keep overdriving the corner on entry. That's probably some of the reason why Hornaday's getting a little tight. Oh, contact as he goes wide into the wall. Chad Chafin. And he gets stuffed into the wall by more cars further back in the field now as Hornaday's truck is way too tight. He's going to get back down to the bottom lane, and he is going to fall all the way back to 18th. Finally drives underneath another car. He's slowly getting the hang of this race truck. 3 wide off the exit turn 4. Saw some contact as Todd Kluver had pinched one truck into the wall. It might have been the 18 of Chafin. Not entirely sure if it was or not. And now there's a bump and run being played in turns 3 and 4. Contact up ahead. As Kluver got punted into the wall, there's a checkup off turn 4. And that has shuffled Hornaday to the outside as he fights and doors the truck underneath him to get back down to the bottom. Kluver trying to make a move. Hornaday. Oh, more bumping and running going on. Hornaday goes 3 wide. Powers past Kluver, but that was because of a stack up between Chafin and the 105 truck, and that allowed Hornaday to go 3 wide to the bottom. He wasn't exactly looking for it, and it'll clear Chafin in the next corner back to 14th. Hornaday still sitting at just 4 top 10s on the season through the first 13 races. Part of why he's outside the top 10 in points, obviously, right now. He is not consistent at all this year. Looking to change that today. Boy, does he need a solid run more than ever. Trying to get the hang of this racetrack. The problem with the Truck and Busch Series races, they're so short. He qualified 5th, got to 4th after lap 1. But he did not realize that the truck was going to be as tight as it is. Just kind of tightened it up a little too much. The only thing I did, I dropped the air pressure down. I did add a little bit, so I actually made a lot of adjustments. I put the wedge down, or put the wedge up a half a round. I dropped the air pressure 2 pounds, and then I also added a little bit of downforce. And all that combined into one has just snugged the racetrack up just a little too much for Hornaday's liking. There's been a lot of beating and banging today, though. Used to seeing the Truck Series have those kinds of races on short tracks anyway. Definitely one of those races today. I mean, even the AI have been running into each other a lot, trying to make passes. It's hurt Hornaday. It's helped him. There's another potential bump and run move, again involving the truck in front of the 6 of the 105. That's how he got around Chafe, and that's also how he's going to get around this next truck up ahead. Just wait till the leaders catch lap traffic. That'll be really interesting also. Hornaday to the inside of another race truck off the exit of turn 4. Drives it in really deep into 1 and 2, and he just used that truck up on the outside. He had plenty of room to pull underneath him, and he still got into him, overdriving the corner. You can tell Hornaday's desperate to finally have a good day and try to end this double-digit race losing streak. Needs good finishes if he's going to want to get back in the standings, but because Ricky Craven is out in front leading a lot of laps already, he lost the lead for a little bit, but then he got it back about, what, 5-10 laps ago, and is still out in front now. Hornaday's getting the hang of driving this truck, but he's still not closing in on Craven. Of course, Craven's got clean air currently, and obviously Hornaday does not, so that obviously factors in. Hornaday overdrives turns 1 and 2. Clover to the inside. Mentioned that Hornaday overdrove the corner, and now he's stuck on the outside. He got into the wall off turn 2. Clover gets around him. And Montgomery also going to get around the 6. The one truck blowing up on the inside of the track. That's going to be a position for Hornaday, so somebody inside the top 10 is just blowing an engine. Massive run through 1 and 2 for Hornaday. He closes in on the truck in front of him, looks low into turn 3. And that will be a pass for 12th, a clean one at that. The Hornaday is clear on. Kluver trying to put the bump and run to the next truck in front of him in line. Renshaw got stuck on the outside after Witt put the bump and run to her. Now, off the wall goes Renshaw. And once she hit the wall, she ended up bouncing into the fantasy driver underneath there. It's costed both of them a lot of time. Renshaw! Little contact. Maybe she thought it was intentional that she got shoved into the wall, even though she was the one that hit the wall herself, and she just hit the wall again. Renshaw all over the place. Now a little bump and run from Hornaday. Bump and run from the 6 truck of Ron Hornaday, and that is going to allow him to get by Shigeki Hattori in the 9. And Hornaday's back inside the top 10. And there's a string of lap trucks that these guys are about to catch. And Hornaday got pinched in the middle of the corner by Montgomery. That'll put him up to 9th. There was simultaneous contact in the same corner between Kluver getting bumped and ran on by the generated driver around him. 120 to go. A little less than 9 seconds off the lead. Hornaday drives it in deep into turns 3 and 4. Gets by a lap truck. It looks like Chafin's a lap down as well. So 2 lap trucks there. Pass for position, though, for Hornaday on Kluver as he runs Kluver up the track. Bump and run from the 6 to get by the 50 of Kluver for 8th place. No trucks right in front of the 6 that he's closing in on. Another truck for position as well, so he'll get to the inside. Drives it in really deep into turns 3 and 4. Slides wide, a little contact. Hornaday on the inside of the 64 truck moves him out of the way. That was for a spot. And that is going to allow Ron Hornaday to pick up the 6th place position. So he's just 1 spot behind where he qualified, but he's 8.2 seconds off the lead still. I believe he's a lap down. And we've got some trucks pitting this time, so Hornaday's got to be aware of that. 1 truck pulls down right in front of him. He wasn't sure if that truck was going to pit or not. He got out of the gas just in case. Wanted to keep from wrecking or causing an accident anyway, because then he can't pit for fuel or tires during the caution if he brings out the yellow. There's 2 trucks in front of him still staying out. Hornaday drives it in deep into turns 3 and 4. They'll make a clean pass though. Hornaday up to 2nd. A little slide job into 1 and 2 as he pulls clear. Next truck in front of him pits. And Ricky Craven, race leader, finally will hit pit road at lap 99. Ron Hornaday will lead his first lap of the day. He'll stay out to get 5 bonus points. And you're just wondering, will a caution come out in the middle of these green flag pit stops? And if it does, Hornaday's going to be in a perfect spot to try and lap a lot of the field, especially the cars that were in front of him are already a lap down. So Hornaday's going to be committed to staying out as long as he possibly can. Trouble! Caution's out! Right in front of Hornaday as he misses it to the outside in turn 3, and that's exactly why Hornaday did not want to pit under green. Big wreck going into turn number 3, involving the 99, the 04 of Bobby Hamilton Sr. got the worst of it. He got clobbered by the 30 of Chad Chafin down low. Sheth was involved. Craven was involved. Hamilton just missed it to the inside. John Hamilton, that is. So Hornaday can now pit under the caution flag, and he can make the adjustments to his race truck he wants, and he's going to trap the field. Not all the field a lap down, but he is going to trap a lot of trucks a lap down. So he's going to take the half around a wedge out of the race truck and going to bump the air pressure up 1 pound. That will be the adjustment call for the 6 of Ron Hornaday during this pit stop. So loosen it up a hair, but not exactly like it was in qualifying. He had 25 PSI in it. Obviously, he still has the downforce he added as well. That scared me. I was not expecting that. So now his job is to win the race off pit road to try and get to stay in the lead. He was in the lead with the caution wave, but not everybody on the lead lap pit yet. You wonder who the free pass could have been as well. Hornaday definitely not going to win the race off pit road. He's hoping that the cars that beat him out were a lap down. Hornaday will not be the leader anymore, but there are only about 3 or 4 trucks on the lead lap with that caution. Green flag back in the air. 95 laps to go at the UPS Speedway. A blessing in disguise right there for Ron Hornaday, but now he's stuck on the outside. He has to get down to the bottom. Can he do it? He's going to be aggressive with it, and he chops off the points leader of all drivers, Ricky Craven. He did what he had to do to get down to the bottom lane. He didn't want to get stuck up there, risk losing more time to the leaders. He wants to go. He's still in second place as the 2 trucks that were in line on the lead lap behind him, 1 or 2 trucks, were still stuck behind him. And Craven is obviously much faster than the 6 of Hornaday, but Hornaday's trying to keep him behind him. Second place going to get by Craven. Hornaday has a shot underneath the 99 of Ricky Craven now. Looking to pass him cleanly. He'll complete the pass. Caution's out again. For the second time today, the yellow flag is out at the UPS Speedway right as Hamilton finally caught the lap trucks and he was passing him. Brandon Witt has spun off turn 4 as he goes a bit wide into the outside wall, spins on the front stretch. Nobody else seemed to be collected. It looked like he got a little loose off the exit of turn 4. The rear end came around, and then he just lightly tagged the wall. There was enough for him to lose control from there. So we're going to have another restart. And I don't know who had the free pass between Craven and Hamilton. It was close. And it looks like it's Hamilton, who is in line behind him, who will get back in the lead lap with the free pass. Potentially. Free pass does work in this game at least. Green flag back in the air. Hornaday, as well as the rest of the leaders on the outside, who could get to the bottom first. Not Hornaday, he's in the wall. Almost caused a wreck. Almost caused another wreck down into turn 3. As he got into Todd Kluver, finally gets to the inside. Shigeki Hattori. Hattori clipping the apron trying to get underneath the 6. No caution from all that mess. Hornaday on the outside gets cleared by Hattori. He has lost a lot of time on the top 2. These are not good restarts for Hornaday. He wasn't good on the initial start earlier today. Not good on those 2 restarts either. Powers back to the inside Hattori. And he'll be able to get around him cleanly at least. Alternated through the different camera angles one final time in today's race. .6 seconds off the lead as Hornaday. He's closed in a little bit. I mean, second place isn't all that far in front of him. contact between the lap trucks. Nowhere to go for Hornaday. Except for into the back of, I believe that was the 110 truck in front of him he got in the back of. Was able to get around Clover and Craven. And I don't know who all got together exactly, if it was Craven and Clover or if it was the 110 into the back of one of those two trucks. But regardless of the fact, they made contact. Lockett Craven going down into turn 1. Lock him again into turn 3. Craven goes up the track. Stick with the far chase cam for the rest of the race now. Hornaday 4.4 seconds off the lead. He is in second place. 17 laps to go. The race leader is in lap traffic. He's already passed a few lap cars at that as well. This doesn't seem like Hornaday's closing in at all. A lot of clean air for the 6 right now, though, after finally getting through that traffic and the leader being in lap traffic. So if there's any time for Ron Hornaday to try and gain, it's right now. He's better on the longer run than the short run. Maybe another reason he potentially stayed out. At least he's gained 1 spot since the restart from 3rd to 2nd. Looking for a last life, trying to pick up 4.2 seconds in the final 17 laps of the race from the time we transferred back to Hornaday to the end. Hornaday overdrives turns 3 and 4 just a little bit, has to run that middle to upper groove. A little even with the leader that lap was Hornaday. Probably just on where he catches the lap trucks, and now he's in the wall off turn 2, still pushing hard. Got in the dirty air. White flag in the air, 1 lap to go. Hornaday's 3 wide on the bottom. Oh, into turns 1 and 2, nearly wrecked. That was probably dangerous for Hornaday to even go 3 wide there. That would have been bad with no cautions on the final lap. He could have lost a lot of spots and risked DNFing, but luckily he'll still finish 2nd. He backed it up the last half of the lap. Wilson Eubanks will be the winner today. His first win of the season, and just 3 trucks finish on the lead lap. Yeah, Craven led 94 of the 200 laps. So we tied Ricky Craven in points today because we beat him by 10 points. Well, no, never mind, because we have 5 bonus points he had. Because we did lead 3 laps today, that is the only reason we actually beat Craven in points today. Only by 5, so we go from 405 out of first to 400 out of first with 11 races to go. It's a gain nonetheless, but a 2nd place finish. Hornaday couldn't do a whole lot better. Wilson Eubanks just, I mean, he came from basically nowhere to lead 73 laps towards the end of this race with that timely caution for his sake. And the top 3 only finished there because of the timely yellow. Hornaday was in 6th before that, and I will say the truck was better after the setup, but it wasn't much better. So Wilson Eubanks, again, your winner. Ron Hornaday finishes in 2nd. Van Dyke 3rd. Ricky Craven, the points leader, finishes 4th. And teammate John Hamilton will round out the top 5. Jackson 6th. Our other teammate Chet finishes in 7th. Cleveland finishes 8th. Chase Montgomery, defending winner in the Truck Series, finishes 9th. And Todd Kluber rounds out the top 10. And 2 cautions, 2 DNFs, but not during any of the yellows. Chapman and Fisher were the 2 trucks that failed to finish. Here's a look at the point standings. Ricky Craven grows his lead gradually over John Hamilton, with him getting 10 bonus points and beating Hamilton by 1 position. So 15 points more than Hamilton in today's race. Goes his lead now to 103 points. And Marvin Schetz still inside the top 5 in points, 224 back as well. Top 4th and 137. Close gap between Brandon Wood, Chase Montgomery, and really John Hamilton. Only 37 points separate 2nd through 4th in the standings. And our driver did not pick up a spot. Still 4th in the standings. It's still 400 back despite a 2nd place finish and leading 3 laps. Next race is at Indianapolis Raceway Park. That'll be this weekend on the channel as of this upload. Like and subscribe again for more daily NASCAR content. I'll see you guys next time.